Picture your typical city. Towering skyscrapers of steel and glass. Endless stretches of concrete. The consistent hum of traffic and machinery. Now close your eyes and reimagine that cityscape. Those skyscrapers, they're alive with cascading greenery, creating vertical forests that stretch to the sky. That concrete jungle, it's transformed into a network of parks, green corridors, and urban wetlands. Your morning commute takes you through a butterfly-filled meadow, the sound of birdsong competing with the distant hum of traffic. This isn't a scene from some futuristic eco-utopia or some far-fetched sci-fi film. It's the very real vision of the Biophilic Cities Movement, a global initiative that's radically changing the way we think about urban living. Welcome to Green Metropolis, and how the Biophilic Cities Movement is rewilding urban spaces. In this video, we're diving into the revolution in urban planning that's turning our concrete jungles into living, breathing ecosystems. At its heart, the Biophilic Cities Movement is about rekindling our innate connection to nature, even in the most urban environments. It's about creating cities that aren't just places where nature exists, but nature thrives, and where we, as humans, thrive along with it. From Singapore's city in a garden to the wild meadows atop London's skyscrapers, from Toronto's ravine system to Berlin's community gardens, we'll explore how cities around the world are embracing their wild side. We'll meet the visionaries behind this movement, dive into the science that supports it, and imagine what our cities might look like if we let nature lead the way. But this isn't just about pretty green spaces or urban beautification. As we'll discover, the Biophilic Cities Movement is tackling some of our most pressing urban challenges, from mental health crises to climate change resilience. So whether you're an urban planner, a nature enthusiast, or simply someone who dreams of a greener future for our cities, stick around. We're about to embark on a journey that might just change the way you see your city and your place within it. This is the story of how Biophilic Cities Movement is rewilding our urban spaces, one green roof, living wall, and urban forest at a time. Welcome to the concrete jungle, reborn. Our story begins not in a lush forest or a pristine wilderness, but in the halls of academia. Meet Timothy Beatley, a professor of sustainable communities at the University of Virginia. Beatley had long been fascinated by the intersection of urban planning and ecology, but it was his encounter with the concept of biophilia that would spark a global movement. Biophilia is a term coined by the renowned biologist E.O. Wilson in 1984, and it refers to humans' innate affinity for nature. Wilson argued that our love for life and lifelike processes is rooted in our biology. It's a product of evolution in natural environments. This idea resonated deeply with Beatley, who saw it as a powerful framework for reimagining our cities. But Beatley didn't just want to theorize about biophilia in urban contexts. He wanted to put it into practice. And so, in the early 2010s, the Biophilic Cities Network was born. This network, launched officially in 2013, brought together researchers, urban planners, and city officials from around the world. Their shared mission was to create urban environments that are abundant in nature, where daily contact with the natural world is not just possible, but it's actually unavoidable. The Biophilic Cities Network wasn't just talking shop. It was a platform for sharing the best practices, for collaborative research, and for mutual support in the challenging tasks of greening our urban spaces. Cities, as diverse as Singapore, Portland, and Oslo, all signed up, committing to incorporating biophilic principles into their urban planning. But what exactly are these principles? At its core, biophilic urban design is about creating opportunities for daily contact with nature. This goes far beyond simply adding a few parks or street trees. It's about fundamentally rethinking urban environments. So first, biophilic design emphasizes abundance. It's not enough to have a token green space. Nature should be everywhere in a city, on rooftops, on walls, in courtyards, along streets. The goal is to create a city that feels much like an ecosystem as a built environment. Secondly, it prioritizes native species and natural ecosystems. This isn't about creating manicured artificial green spaces, but about restoring and mimicking the natural ecosystems that would have existed before the city was built in the first place. And third, biophilic design is multi-sensory. It's not just about what we see, but what we hear, what we smell, what we touch, the full experience, the sound of water, the scent of flowers, and the feel of grass under our feet. All of these sensory experiences are crucial to creating a truly biophilic city. Fourth, it emphasizes connection. Biophilic cities aren't just collections of isolated green spaces. They create green corridors that allow both people and wildlife to move through the city, fostering a sense of connection to the larger ecosystem. Finally, biophilic design is adaptive and resilient. It recognizes that cities, like natural ecosystems, are constantly changing. Biophilic elements are designed to evolve over time, responding to changing urban needs and environmental conditions. These principles represent a radical departure from traditional urban planning. They challenge us to see our cities not as separate from nature, but as part of nature. They invite us to imagine cities that don't just minimize their environmental impact, but they actively contribute to the health of local and global ecosystems. As we'll see in our next section, these aren't just lofty ideals. Cities around the world are putting these principles into practice, creating urban environments that are more livable, more sustainable, and more deeply connected to the natural world. What's the most impressive example of urban nature you've seen in your city? Share your experiences in the comments below. Let's move from theory to practice and explore how cities around the world are bringing biophilic design to life. These aren't just isolated projects. They're comprehensive approaches that are transforming entire urban landscapes. Let's start with Singapore. Often hailed as the world's premier biophilic city, Singapore's journey began decades ago with its garden city vision, which has now evolved into the city in a garden concept. Here, nature isn't an afterthought. It's an integral part of urban planning. Take a walk through Singapore and you'll encounter spectacular super trees at Gardens by the Bay. Massive vertical gardens that not only provide habitat for plants, but also harvest solar energy and collect rainwater. Yeah, visit Kotek Put Hospital, where healing gardens and green spaces are woven throughout the complex, blurring the lines between hospital and nature park. Halfway across the world in Portland, Oregon, it offers a different model of biophilic design. This city is famous for its innovative approach to managing stormwater through green infrastructure. Portland's streets are dotted with bioswales, vegetated channels that collect and filter rainwater, reducing pollution and creating mini ecosystems throughout the city. Meanwhile, in Oslo, up in Norway, this pioneering concept of blue-green infrastructure. The city is opening up previously culverted rivers, creating a network of waterways and green corridors that provide habitat for wildlife, reduce flood risks, and offer recreational spaces for residents. But biophilic design isn't just about horizontal spaces. It's reaching skyward too. In Milan, Italy, the Bosco Verticale, or vertical forest, stands as a testament to the possibilities of biophilic architecture. These residential towers support over 900 trees and thousands of plants on their facades, creating a vertical ecosystem that improves air quality, reduces energy consumption, and provides habitat for birds and insects. Wildlife corridors represent another innovative approach to biophilic design. Cities like Edmonton, here in Canada, are creating networks of green spaces that allow animals to move safely through these urban areas. These corridors not only support biodiversity, but they also provide opportunities for residents to encounter wildlife in their daily lives. Even the most unexpected urban spaces are being transformed by biophilic design. In New York City, the High Line has turned an abandoned elevated railway into a lush, linear park that weaves through the dense urban fabric of downtown Manhattan. This project hasn't just created a new garden space and a new green space, but it's catalyzed the regeneration of an entire neighborhood. Technology, too, is playing a crucial role in biophilic design. Smart systems are being used to manage irrigation in vertical gardens, to monitor air quality improvements in urban forests, and even create interactive experiences that help city dwellers engage with nature. In Chicago, for instance, a network of sensors in parks and gardens is providing real-time data on environmental conditions, helping city managers to better maintain these spaces. The intersection of biophilic design with architecture is pushing the boundaries of what our buildings can be. We're seeing the emergence of living buildings that generate their own energy, collect and purify their own water, and provide habitat for plants and animals alike. The Billet Center in Seattle is a prime example, often described as the greenest commercial building in the world. These projects represent more than just isolated pockets of green in our cities. They're part of a fundamental shift in how we conceive of urban environments. They show us that our cities can be more than just efficient machines for human habitation. They can be living, breathing ecosystems that support both human and non-human life. As we'll explore in our next section, this shift towards biophilic cities isn't just about aesthetics or environmental sustainability. It's having profound impacts on our health, our communities, and our relationship with the natural world. Hey, if you're finding this exploration of biophilic cities fascinating, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into sustainable urban living and how we can rewild our lives. As our cities grow greener, we're discovering that the impact of biophilic design extends far beyond aesthetics. It's reshaping our urban experiences, our health, and even our planet's future. Let's explore the multifaceted impact of Biophilic Cities Movement and peer into what the future might hold. We cannot discuss this topic without talking about mental health. In an era where urban stress and mental health issues are on the rise, biophilic cities offer a powerful antidote. Studies have shown that even brief exposures to nature can reduce stress, can improve your mood, and can enhance cognitive function. Imagine the culminative effect of daily interactions with nature on a truly biophilic city. In Tokyo, for instance, the practice of forest bathing, or Shinrin-yoku, in urban green spaces has been shown to lower cortisol levels and blood pressure. In the UK, doctors are now prescribing nature experiences as part of treatment for various mental health conditions. These examples highlight how biophilic design isn't just creating prettier cities, it's creating healthier, happier urban populations. But the benefits don't stop at human health. Biophilic cities are becoming havens for biodiversity. As we create more green spaces and wildlife corridors, we're seeing a return of species long absent from our urban areas. In London, the restoration of urban rivers has led to the return of otters. In Singapore, critically endangered orchids are thriving in the city's extensive park network. Urban forests and green infrastructure are proving to be powerful tools in our fight against climate change. Trees and plants in cities act as carbon sinks, absorbing CO2 from the atmosphere. They also help mitigate the urban heat island effect, reducing temperatures and energy consumption for cooling. In New York City, for example, urban trees have removed an estimated 42 tons of carbon dioxide from the air each year, and that they save about $11.2 million annually in energy costs. Biophilic design is also enhancing our city's resilience to climate change impacts. Green roofs and urban wetlands can absorb excess rainwater, reducing our flood risks. In Copenhagen, for example, a network of parks and river features dubbed cloudburst boulevards help the city manage increasingly frequent heavy rainfalls. However, the path to truly biophilic cities isn't without its challenges. One major hurdle is the equitable distribution of urban nature. Too often, green spaces are concentrated in wealthier neighborhoods, leading to what some call green gentrification. The challenge for the future will be ensuring that the benefits of urban nature are accessible to all city dwellers, regardless of their socioeconomic status. Another challenge lies in maintenance. Green infrastructure requires ongoing care, which can strain city budgets. Innovative solutions like community-managed gardens and partnerships with local organizations are emerging to address this issue. Climate change itself poses a challenge, as cities need to choose plants and design green spaces that can withstand changing temperatures and rainfall patterns. This is driving research into resilient urban ecosystems and adaptive management strategies. Looking to the future, the Biophilic Cities Movement is set to play a crucial role in addressing some of our most pressing global challenges. As urbanization continues at a rapid pace, particularly in the developing world, biophilic design principles offer a way to create cities that are not just sustainable, but regenerative. Cities that give back to the environment more than they take. We're likely to see increased integration of technology in biophilic design. Imagine smart urban forests that adapt to changing environmental conditions, or augmented reality experiences that deepen our connection with urban nature. The movement is also expanding its scope, looking beyond individual cities to entire regions. The concept of biophilic metros is beginning to emerge, where networks of biophilic cities work together to create large-scale ecological corridors. Perhaps the most excitingly, the Biophilic Cities Movement is changing our very conception of what a city can be. It's showing us that urban areas don't have to be separate from nature. They can be nature. As the idea takes root, we may see the emergence of entirely new urban forms, blurring the lines between city and ecosystem in ways we can barely imagine today. The Biophilic Cities Movement isn't just redesigning our urban spaces. It's redesigning our relationship with the natural world. As we face the challenges of the 21st century, from mental health crises to climate change, this movement offers a vision of cities that are deeply resilient, sustainable, and truly connected to the rhythms of nature. The city of the future isn't a concrete jungle. It's a thriving, living ecosystem, and that future is already taking roots in cities around the world. So as we've experienced through our journey of biophilic cities, from Singapore's skylines to Portland's innovative green infrastructure, we've witnessed nothing short of a revolution in urban planning. The Biophilic Cities Movement isn't just changing how our cities look, it's fundamentally altering how we conceive of urban spaces and our place within them. This movement represents a profound paradigm shift. For too long, we've seen nature as something separate from our cities, something to be visited on the weekends or vacations. The Biophilic Cities Movement turns this idea completely on its head. It recognizes that nature isn't just a nice-to-have addition to our urban environments, it's an essential, integral part of city life. In doing so, it offers a powerful vision for the future of our cities. A future where the daily commute includes encounters with wildlife, where office windows open into butterfly gardens, where the sounds of birdsong and rustling leaves are as much part of the urban soundscape as traffic and conversation. But this vision is about more than just creating prettier and more pleasant cities. As we face the twin challenges of rapid urbanization and climate change, the principles of biophilic design offer practical, effective solutions. They show us how we can create cities that are not just more sustainable, but more resilient and more adaptive to change. In an era where urban stress and disconnection are reaching crisis levels, biophilic cities offer a path back to wellness. They remind us of our innate connection to the natural world, a connection that is fundamental to our physical and our mental health. The Biophilic Cities Movement invites us to reimagine what urban life can be, its challenges, its adventures, its possibilities. And with this, it challenges the notion that moving to a city means leaving nature behind. Instead, it paints a picture of cities as vibrant ecosystems teeming with life in all forms, human and non-human alike. As we look to the future, the possibilities are both exciting and humbling. Imagine cities that don't deplete our planet's resources, but actively regenerate them. Cities that don't just house people, but nurture and inspire them. Cities that aren't cut off from nature, but are very much part of nature. This isn't just a dream. As we've seen, it's already becoming reality in cities around the world, from the smallest community gardens to the grandest urban forests. The seeds of biophilic cities are taking root and growing. The challenge now is to nurture this movement, to ensure that its principles become the norm rather than the exception in urban planning. This will require bold vision from city leaders, innovative thinking from urban planners and architects, and active engagement from citizens like you. But the potential rewards are immense. By embracing the principles of biophilic design, we have the opportunity to create cities that are not just more livable and more sustainable, but that actively enhance the health of our planet and its inhabitants. In the end, the Biophilic Cities Movement reminds us of a simple but profound truth. We are nature. Our cities, for all their concrete and steel, are as much a part of the natural world as any forest or ocean. But recognizing and embracing this truth, we can create urban environments that don't just allow us to survive, but help us and our planet to truly thrive. As we face an uncertain future, the Biophilic Cities Movement offers not just hope, but a practical path forward. It shows us that our cities can be more than just centers of human activity. They can be catalysts for planetary health and well-being. And in doing so, it invites each of us to play a part in creating a greener, healthier, and yes, more connected urban future. So if you're curious about how you can support biophilic initiatives in your own city. Check out the linked resources for ideas and local organizations that, can help you out with that. If you want to try your own forest bathing session, check out your ability to access our free Rewild session. Don't forget to share this video with someone who's passionate about urban sustainability. Until I see you again, remember I love you. I'll see you in the forest.